Hi, Brother Terry.
How are you?
Thank you for helping my project.
Glad to do it.
Hi, could you say a little bit about yourself?
My name's Terry. I'm pastor at Crossroads Baptist Church in Oakhurst, Texas, and the Dean of Administration of Calvary Christian Academy. And knew his father, great man, and the son is just as good.
I appreciate that. Well, did you know that NASA's planning to send astronauts back to the moon?
I did not know that up until about 30 minutes ago when you told me that we were going to do that again in 2024.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's very cool. And how long has it been since we...
1972.
Why so long?
I guess, we did it as a race with the Russians, won the race, and, most people are like, why are you still running?
I think it's neat you're going to be going back. I think that's really cool.
There's some people that say, we have so many problems here on the Earth. Why are we sending astronauts to the moon? I was just kind of like wondering what your take is on that.
Well, not sending astronauts to the moon isn't going to solve a single problem here in this world. I think anytime we can advance technology, it's a betterment for mankind many times, and I think this is another opportunity to advance technology for the greater advancement of mankind. So, sure.
And, it's been very inspirational and spiritual. The first astronauts to go around the moon, they saw the Earth, and, they're reading Genesis.
It's kind of hard not to see the existence of God when you're up there looking at the work that He made.
Right.
It's one thing to be standing here on this concrete. It's another thing to be in the heavens looking at it all. It's certainly going to be a spiritual experience.
Where do you see humanity in 200 years?
If the Lord tarries is coming, probably not in a great spot, just the way we're headed. It seems like we're turning in on ourselves instead of actually trying to advance mankind with love, mercy, grace. It just seems like we're not headed in the right direction. I think we'll be much further advanced technology-wise, for sure. I think that'll be really cool for those that are here. I think you'll see floating cars. I think you'll see the Jetsons, right? In 200 years, I see something like that if the Lord tarries is coming. So, and that would be kind of cool to witness and experience as well. So,
do you think in 200 years we might have people living, say, on Mars?
When you told me you're going to fly to the moon, I'm like, I wonder when we're going to go to Mars. That's Saturn, Mars. The thought occurred to me. I don't know enough about it to say is the atmosphere conducive to it, but I think the better question is, are we going to have someone living on another planet?
Right.
I think it's possible, for sure. I definitely think it's possible. And who can know the glory of God and how far it reaches? So,
I've been trying to think of what would motivate people to actually do that. It'd be like a really hard existence. And I was thinking about North America and like the European settlers, a lot of Puritans and people who wanted to practice their faith without like all those outside influences came to North America so they could, kind of experience, society as they wanted it. Do you see like similar types of people maybe going to Mars, to kind of escape sort of like the global culture that we have down here?
Yeah, I could see people saying that we want to go and try and make a different life. Religious versus not religious. I could see both sides saying we want something better because the grass is always greener on the other side, right?
Yeah.
And people forget the amount of struggle and death and loss that the settlers that came over suffered, the sicknesses and all that. It was hard. And to go on an adventure like that would certainly be a similar difficult sacrificial experience.
Right. And those people didn't have YouTube accounts, Facebook pages.
Technology.
Like the people that came after them were like, oh, it's going to be great. They didn't have like the gory details. If you could, would you take a trip to space?
I probably would, actually. I probably would, just to see the glory of God. I think that would just be an amazing thing to see it from that perspective. So I think I would.
How far would you consider going? Just to orbit?
I'm not going to Mars.
Not going to Mars. Okay, got limits.
I'm good right here.
Yeah.
But I'd go to the moon.
You go to the moon?
Sir,
Okay.
I'd go to the moon and experience that and experience God from a different perspective, I think.
I see this as a time capsule for people 200 years from now to look back at what I think is going to be a pivotal decade. I think the 2020s are going to be the space what the 1990s were to the internet. Is there anything that you think would be worthwhile for them to know about 200 years from now?
Well, I would certainly put a Bible in there. I would certainly do that. I'd put a gospel track in there as well. But I think it would be interesting to put 2023, but also something from 1980, and let them see the advancement in technology and where humanity went from one to another as a race. I think that would be a good thing to put in there.
I really appreciate your time, Terry.
Glad to do it. It's fun.
Thank you.
It's very fun.